90-Day Fiancé, Sophie Sierra and Rob Warren's relationship timeline explained. Rob Warne and Sophie Sierra of 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after, are currently one of the sexiest pairs in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Let's have a look at how their relationship started and if they will still be together in 2024. Even though Sophie from the UK was unaware of her affluent grandfather's occupation, she was wealthy because of him. She was raised in Spain, went to private schools, and enjoyed exotic travels, whereas Rob, a self-made man from Los Angeles, came from modest beginnings. Social networking was the catalyst for Sophie and Rob's romance and the root of the most of their marital issues. They have had the opportunity to tell their experience on 2 shows so far, and a third spin-off was apparently taped a few months ago. Is the upcoming season of 90-Day, the single life where Sophie and Rob will appear. Though bizarre, their plot has unexpectedly taken a positive turn for the time being. Rob and Sophie connected via Instagram. The modern relationship between Rob and Sophie started on Instagram. Although Sophie had a luxurious existence, she had also faced many difficult situations. Sophie was wealthy and worked as a social media influencer. She experienced a lot of bullying in school due to her mixed race. She had no friends and was the only student of mixed ethnicity in the entire school. Despite all of the challenges she had, Sophie is grateful for them since they helped shape who she is now and brought her to Rob, the love of her life. Sophie liked a number of cute mixed-race guys' Instagram pages. Rob was the only guy on the page she followed since she found him to be so cute when she came across him on one of the sites. When Rob was a model, he was used to a lot of women DMing him. But when Sophie followed him, he fell in love. He said to her right away, "I'd stop looking if I had a girl like you." Then he gave her a FaceTime call. During their 8-hour FaceTime, they connected over their shared experiences with prejudice as children. Season 10 of 90-Day Fiancé featured Rob and Sophie. There were seldom any quiet moments when Sophie and Rob conversed. Despite their disparate origins, they shared a bond that they couldn't have discovered otherwise. After 6 months, Sophie traveled to Los Angeles. She spent 2 months living with him there. For the 2 months, they both thought they were at ease living together. Rob was introduced to the K-1 visa by Sophie, who had learned about it. Rob happened to exchange lewd messages with an unknown Instagram user after Sophie returned to the UK. Sophie never trusted Rob again after learning the truth. During season 10 of 90-Day Fiancé, Sophie discovered Rob was receiving obscene videos from women on Snapchat after moving to the United States. When Rob's friend saw Sophie on a dating app, he approached her. In addition to admitting that she was bisexual, she claimed she was on the site to find friends. Not only did Sophie's mother attempt to ruin the wedding, but she also took issue with Rob's home's lack of indoor plumbing. Even though Sophie appeared to be able to return to London, the pair had a stunning beach wedding. Rob and Sophie separated after moving to Austin. Season 8 of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, featured Rob and Sophie. The pair's surprising admission that they had already split up came in the season's first episode. After being married, they relocated to Austin, Texas, where they began living with Rob's pet tarantulas and dog. Sophie was still thinking about Rob's indiscretion on the internet. Following her instinct, she went through Rob's phone and discovered that he had cheated on her with not one, but several women. Rob maintained that he had never betrayed Sophie in person. Is Rob and Sophie's Happily Ever After on film? 8th season, Sophie was using his phone to follow his whereabouts as well. But Sophie believed that Rob had abused her trust and that moving out was the proper thing to do. When the spin-off was being filmed, Sophie was residing in her friend Kai's home. In Touch claims that Rob and Sophie split up in May 2023. The plot of the show included their attempts to move back in together. In August 2023, Rob went to his hometown with the cameras filming him celebrating his birthday without Sophie. Rob chose to end his relationship with Sophie in the most recent episode, despite his persistent attempts to make amends. Rob and Sophie were filming season 2 of 90 Day, The Last Resort. Rob and Sophie endured a horrible split scenario, but persisted in trying to mend their marriage. The story stated that although they hadn't officially filed yet, they intended to file for divorce while the show was still on. Although Rob and Sophie haven't been officially announced as cast members of 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2, they have been spotted filming in April 2024 at a resort in Arizona. According to reports, co-stars Ariela Weinberg and Benny M. Schibber, Julia Trupkina and Brandon Gibbs, and Jasmine Pineda and Gina Palazzolo were with them. While filming, Sophie shared pictures from the resort on Instagram, but she did not reveal where it was. According to 90 Day Fiancé update, Rob and Sophie shared identical pictures from the resort on their Instagram sites on Easter 2024. In the meantime, Shabuti also shared a video on X that purportedly showed Rob and Sophie riding a beer bike in Scottsdale with a few other cast members. The video was purportedly taken by a viewer in Arizona. It's interesting to note that it appears Sophie and Rob have needed couples therapy all along. Rob and Sophie, are they still dating? It appears that Rob and Sophie have given their marriage another shot, despite the In Touch report claiming that they had broken up and that Rob had allegedly hinted at having a new lover after a mystery woman surfaced on his Instagram stories. Reddit user Even Preference 6545 shared the news about Rob and Sophie's Disneyland photo together with other admirers in June 2024. They posted a screenshot of a fan posing with Rob and Sophie from the Disneyland Annual Pass Holders Group Facebook group. Given her recent snapshot and her black hair to support it, Sophie's relationship status was made public. There's no doubting that Rob and Sophie were out on a date. Rob and Sophie can be seen together in a covered photo that was taken at Disneyland. According to a Reddit user named Cal_Dyke, the couple appeared to be on a date because they were alone and did not appear to have a film crew with them. Rob recently disclosed that he has returned to Los Angeles and is interested in giving acting and modeling another shot. Happily ever after. The story of 90 Day Fiancé, even though it would have meant saying goodbye to her buddy Kai, Sophie could have moved to California with Rob.